Welcome everybody to another ProX Pit Pass. We're here at Blaxhall for round 3 of the Motul MXGB British Championship. This time we're going to have a little bit different take on the ProX Pit Pass. Normally we obviously show you, the riders battling for the championship, the high-end riders as it were, the pros. What makes up an ACU British Championship? We also get a bunch of riders that are sort of everyday men. So we're going to actually go behind the scenes that we want to follow their journey throughout the day, what it's like for those guys. They don't always get the chance to go out and ride in the week like the top end riders. So it's always an interesting story. And without these guys, there simply wouldn't be an ACU British Motocross Championship. So let's cruise around the pits and see what they're up to. Notably Jake Nicholls, who, although you might think, he does hours. He's a grafter outside of this sport. And also Ben Edwards is out there as well riding away today. So let's go and check out and see what they've been up to.
That could have gone sideways last time.
What do I do as CEO of the True 7 group? Fight fires and battle people all day, I think. No, so I guess I'm in between all 7 divisions and had to keep a pretty sharp eye on all of them. 2015 was probably my worst ever year racing. I'd come off a bad hand injury, tried to get on a 350 and do GPs and it just didn't work and the team wasn't working well, bikes weren't good. I was really doubting myself and I was reading more and more about business and different bits and pieces, and this place was accelerating a little bit. Probably 50 people here at the time, so they'd bought a few tippers. They were running about 15 tippers, a few lads in the workshop, and it was sort of like a real lifestyle business but quite inviting. And then I had a bad injury in Italy and dislocated my hip and got treated really badly in hospital, and it was just like game over for me at that point. I'd been in tears the day before because I was just struggling and didn't really know what was going on. And then, yeah, like a light bulb moment really. I was like, don't know what I'm doing this for anymore, I'm not enjoying it. So immediately said to my mum, who was fortunately over there in hospital with me, and I said, I'm done, I'm not doing it anymore. Do British Championship and enjoy it, try and enjoy it again. Yeah, pretty much came here about a month later when I could walk properly. Drove the machine for a couple of months and then learned all about the wash plant, and then eventually came in the office and just sort of, yeah, transitioned. And I guess the next year I raced the British Championship, and it was a year I nearly won it. But I was at work way more than riding, so it was straight away the balance was much more work, and then riding was second hand, if you like. Yeah, I mean there's no balance. A bit like work-life balance for me, it just doesn't exist. It's not a thing. The lights start and the job starts here at 7 AM and it doesn't finish till 6 PM every day, and it's always been like that. And you got to think, I came here as like the silver spoon kid. His dad had built this business, and I was like, in everyone's eyes, I've just been messing about on bikes all my life and soaking up the money, where it's quite far from the truth. But I had to put an impression in here. So no one ever told me to come to work, but I started at 7 on my first day, and I was here at 7, and I've always been here at 7 ever since, because I had everything to lose in terms of like, if I turned up here late, it was it's all right for him, isn't it? And so yeah, it is tricky to balance. There isn't really a balance. I tried to for a few years, and like 2018 I got it really good and I was staying fit. I was here all the time, practicing a couple of days a week and leading the British Championship, and I honestly thought I could keep doing that forever. But then I had that injury which was 10 months pretty much of hell with my leg, and I just got so into work. You've got to have a lot of energy to just do what we do here for a start, and the hours that we do, and to deal with the people and the problems and the issues and all the good things as well. You've got to have a lot of energy, and I'm thankful and grateful for that. But at the same time, to then race as well, my only escape is riding a bike, but also I really like racing, so it's kind of, I've sort of made it my hobby now and just sort of like an escape. So I think the big takeaway is, if you're a good motocross rider, you work hard. There's no, these lads that come through and they're super talented and they rely on talent, it only lasts so long. Whereas if you're a hard-working racer or athlete in general, you're putting a certain amount of work in, and that career at Grand Prix, racing 20 Grand Prix a year, a bit of a journeyman like I was, where I was doing national championships as well, it's harder than anything else. And I worked harder then than I do now, and I do 65 hours, 60 hours a week here. And you've got risk involved every week, every time you ride, all the rest of it. Whereas here, the biggest risk I've got realistically is driving here in the morning and driving home at night. If you're applying yourself how you should be, you can apply that in any form of work. And in my opinion, and coming out of racing, there's so many things we pick up as a racer that you can apply to a business. So why do I still race British Championship? I still want to race because I really enjoy racing, and where do I go otherwise? I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. If I don't do a British Championship, I go and do another series and everyone thinks I'm a glory hunter or whatever. My ego's gone, so if I get a third or a fourth, it's great. If I get a 10th, whatever. If I get a 12th, whatever. Like, it's all about having fun, and I like the challenge, and I like the idea of having a nibble at the lads that are full-time still, because I know that I am good enough to still do that. And if I was full-time in racing, I could still definitely be at the sharp end properly. For kids coming up, you know, there's lads that are beating me at the minute. They've just got people around them in this country, and it's classic. It's happened to so many people. Amazingly skilled young riders, way better than I've ever been, and way better than Tommy is. But they've just got people around them telling them how great they are the whole time. And when you're in Europe, it's the opposite. They just get the stuffing knocked out of them every week. This is not good enough, this is not good enough. And guess what? They rise to it. And you can't blame the lads, but they just get people around them, whether it's parents or whatever. Oh yeah, next best thing, it's great, it's great. Jackie Martin's what used to say to me, British people, they make their riders heroes before they've even got there. And it's happening all the time.
Okay, it's called the ProX Pit Pass. If you wonder what ProX is, go and check them out. Basically, ProX makes so many components for your motorcycle. All manufacturers, all brands. They make things from clutches to bolts to all kinds of things. Go and check them out. It's a quality product. So many top teams use ProX stuff, and we want to thank them for actually getting behind this whole pit pass. So thanks to them. Go online, go and check out ProX products.
My name's Ben Edwards, I'm from Scotland. I'm lying 10th in the British Championship at the minute. I've always had to work, you know, whatever level I race at, I've always had to have a normal job, and right now I'm working 3 days a week. I moved further south in Scotland to stay with a friend, kind of just roughing it, just so I can be with the right coach, be closer to England and kind of make a big and push for trying to get results and stuff. Everything I have to do myself to prep my race bike, practice bike, making my own meals, washing my own clothes, just pretty much everything, but it's what I love to do, and it's all I know. So I'm originally from Elgin, from Blaxhall here. It's like 10 to 11 hours up north. Moved further south, just 3 hours. It's not a lot when you think about it, but it's still a huge difference for me, doing what I can to really make a push in this sport in the next 2 years. I know I can do it, I just have to fine tune a few things, and this year I have showed flashes of brilliance where I can do it. If I get a right start and my head's in the right place, I can definitely get the results. After my bad injury in 2023, last year was just a year of getting back into it and getting my feet wet again. But this year I have showed that I can run up front and beat guys that are on teams and stuff like that, and it definitely motivates you a lot. That's my end goal. I want this to be my job. I'd love to get the opportunity to be full-time and have a go at doing it properly. The bike work is pretty hard, you know. Everyone expects your bike to be mint and ready to race all the time, but when you have limited parts and limited time, you know, it's tough. So I spent all of 2024, as I said, just building back up, and then to make the next step, now I'm having to move away and get closer to the action. Growing up, I've never had rich parents like that, I'm not going to lie. We've always been like, we stay in a flat and it's tough. The money I make from work is just going straight back into motocross, so it's just coming in one hand and out the other. People think I'm mad for doing it, and there are a lot of us do it, you know what I mean, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's what we love, and it's just, I've had thoughts about, you know, giving up and pursuing something else, but it's just, it grabs you and it's hard to walk away from. For me, I'd love to end the year strong, show everyone what I can do. I've obviously come into this championship a bit under the radar. Like, growing up, I never had the smoothest career, had some bad injuries, some money's always been a factor, but I've always came back to here because I always feel like this is where I belong.
So there you go, there's a little bit of insight of Jake Nicholls and Ben Edwards. So let's go and check out what some of the other riders have been doing throughout the day in the ProX Pit Pass and see how their day's gone.
Yeah, good. I was third here last year, but the track really suits me.
Does it?
Yeah, like
We're expecting big
that
things.
That ground's nice, you know. Do you know what I mean? The moisture in the ground's really nice.
Moisture in the ground.
Sun's out.
Sun is out.
Makes a change. The last time I was here, I'd done about 500 starts. And then they ended up going to a flag start and Cottrell jumped it. It was funny.
It was fun.
Hopefully it's not that today, because there's a lot of effort doing that many starts, going back to the van and then having to come back up again.
Cheers, my man.
Just finished qualifying, P12. Track's really good. It's going to get tough. It's warm, but times are close. I think there's a lot of us within like a second, 0.5 a second. So no, happy enough for that. I always usually struggle in qualifying a little bit, and I've only ever ridden this track just the once. So, but I really enjoy it. So looking forward to the races.
Yeah.
My start was alright, made a few passes, got into the back of some guys. Was feeling good on the bike really, found some new lines and that. But I just went to pass another rider, the front end tucked and it just sparked me over the front. I came down quite hard on my wrist and my head, bit of face planted a good bit, so the wrist isn't feeling the best. Might need to go and get it checked out, unfortunately. But which is a shame because I enjoyed the track, felt good. But these things happen. I've been through before, and it's the biggest kick in the teeth ever. Where you put in so much time and effort and money and stuff, and then this happens. But I think it's what makes the sport so great. You know, it's why we all love it.
Bit of redemption, mate?
Bit of redemption, just had to show that I've learnt my lesson and I won't be laying off it too early. I made a few good moves, so I thought if I sit behind people for too long then I just won't be able to pass. I just was aggressive on the first few laps, got into second and then just went as fast as I could. Tried to stay with Oliver, but he's ripping. It's good to have him here because of the MX2. So it's nice to get a gauge off where you've got to be, and yeah, I'm happy.
How was race one? I don't even know how you did.
Steady away, second.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, third off the start. No, I don't even think I was third. I was fourth or fifth and then got into third pretty quick. And then was behind Adam for a little bit and then managed to make my way past Adam and then just rode round for second. To be honest, I didn't ride very well. It's such bad arm pump. Don't know what it is with the track. It's like,
a lot of people saying it's quite physical.
Yeah, Yeah, and I'm not feeling the best, so that is not helping the matter.
Started off rough qualifying. I think I was P10, but I felt good on the track and I was gelling with the bike, so I was happy with that. And then Moto 1, horrible start. I think I was outside the top 10 and just put my hammer down and was making moves. Especially this track's not the easiest to pass on, and I think I needed one more lap and I could have got Gilbert there, but I got P3. And then in the second moto, I spent all my energy in the first one, so it was a bit of a struggle. But Gilbert, I think, had a bike problem, so I did get lucky with that. But you have to be in it and consistent to get the results in this sport. So P2 overall, really happy with that, and just stoked, to be fair. Like, just the few races I've had just been tough, so it's good to get on the podium again, and just appreciate everyone that's helping me. It's been long to get on the box, so I'm happy.
Yes, I had a good day. I had a 7th in the first race, had a real bad start and came through from about 23rd to 7th, so that was good. Good effort, but it cooked me a bit, to be honest. It was quite warm today and the track was really physical, so yeah, burnt a lot of energy and struggled to recover in between the races. Second race had a good start, kind of got out in the top 3 and yeah, kind of just got stuck in there really, so ended up with a 4th place, which I'm buzzing about on a track which wasn't really overly suited to me. Normally I'm a bit better when it's quite a bit less sticky here, so yeah, it's good, and yeah, it's nice escape from the daily grind of work, which obviously I'll be back into tomorrow. Sometimes I question why it's so physical and such a hard day out for not loads of reward, but yeah, it's just still enjoy the buzz of it and how hard it is, and yeah, the feeling now of finishing 2 good races and being absolutely spent and having a couple of beers now and not being able to put my socks on in the morning, it's part and parcel of it, I guess.
Yeah, so that's a wrap here at Blaxhall. It's been absolutely brilliant. Hope you've enjoyed the ProX Pit Pass. We are going to be doing these throughout the year, obviously. Keep liking and subscribing. The more you do, the more we can get behind the scenes of the Motul MXGB British Championship. Don't forget, next round at Preston on July the 20th, we've got some guy called the Bullet turning up. Jeffrey Hurlins is going to be joining us with his presence. That's going to be awesome. Can Conrad and the rest of the MX1 class stick it to him? We sure hope so. It's going to add an addition to the British Motocross Championship, so we're looking forward to that. Preston, July 20th, be there.